Man, what a night for the WWE. Your boy, Deluxe Man, and
the casual viewer.
We are here to talk about WWE Summerslam 2014. We have 3 new champions and 1 beast who massacred. Massacre probably fits it, right?
Oh, man. But we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Later
on. But yeah, guys, overall, I think it's safe to say this was a good show. A really fun, highly entertaining, worth the price of admission show.
No, it's worth $9.99.
Oh, God. Hey, it annoyed him too, okay? I mean, it's one thing to plug it on Raw, but when you already have the freaking network, do we still need to plug the network on the network?
Well, do they have a trial thing going on?
Not anymore.
No, okay.
So pretty much the people watching it already have it. So why are we still plugging it, WWE? Calm down, okay? Unless they're trying to plug the people who are streaming it for free, which at the same time, whatever.
But if they're already getting it,
yeah.
I don't care, but okay.
Who cares? Anyways, good show. We opened up with the pre-show match, which was Cesaro and Rob Van Dam. This guy talking about how these two are great wrestlers. Why aren't they on the main card? And I went, I don't know. So it was still a good match. I gave it 3 stars. How'd you feel about it?
Well, what is the plan here? Is this for like, oh well, we just need y'all working, doing something, or is this a whether anyone win or lose doesn't matter match?
I think you're overthinking it.
Oh,
because honestly, it's one of those. It's a pre-show match, so who cares?
Well,
that's how they present it, so that's how I'm receiving it.
Well, that's just terrible.
I know, it's pretty freaking bad, but still a good match. Rob Van Dam won, and Cesaro is now on a losing streak. Yay. And then we open up the show with the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, and what does he do, Joel?
$9.99.
Wait, he doesn't come out to, talk about how great his history was at SummerSlam? He doesn't talk about
$9.99.
He doesn't talk about the main event with Cena and Lesnar.
WWE Network.
On the WWE Network. So
$9.99.
So what you're telling me is
per month.
This was pointless.
Just only.
Why was he here? Why was Hogan here to promote the network on the network? Come on.
No, me, it's just I like the fact that Hulk Hogan is back and everything.
Me too, but do something better for him than have him be the promoter, the spokesperson for the network.
Because now it's ironic because now he's actually, this is not, it's like he's almost the face of the company because he's selling everything now. Why is he the salesman now?
He's too old.
I guess 30 years of respect doesn't mean shit now.
I don't know, but anyways, the opening match was Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Really good match, really fun. Finally, after months and months and months of Ziggler being buried, losing matches left and right, finally gets a bright light in his damn career again. But a bright light, he is now the new IC champion in a really good match against The Miz. Fun opener. The crowd was clearly behind Ziggler, and I have nothing else to say about it. It was a good match. I liked the spot where he was going for that little leg face buster. He called it the Famouser, and almost broke his leg on the mat. Miz reversed it and hit him with the skull crushing finale, and he kicked out. That was pretty cool.
Okay, first off, don't know much about Dolph Ziggler. Hadn't really seen him much often. So me seeing him now is like, oh, you didn't retire. Okay, you're still here. Awesome. And then The Miz, I'm like, oh, so now we're getting this persona back.
Yeah.
Because it's like, last time I checked, you were supposed to be a businessman.
Yeah.
Now you're back to being the movie star again, even though you weren't in any movies.
Well, he wasn't really a movie star, but he had the Hollywood persona to him.
Yeah, but I thought his storyline was all about that. He was some kind of, from what I gathered, he was supposed to be he was supposed to be the
MTV Hollywood schmuck of the company.
no, well, okay, like
The
I
media
should know this.
lover, the media.
Mortal Kombat has
Johnny Cage.
He's supposed to be the Johnny Cage of the WWE world.
Oh, okay.
Where he's some movie star, and then he gets into this thing, and he's supposed to be this great thing because, hey, I'm a movie star. I got the money, the means, and blood. But
Well, he call it the money maker.
the money maker. So me, I'm like thinking,
Don't touch the fist. Don't touch it. Go ahead.
And
Sorry.
I mean, that's great and all. I just,
Yeah.
I just get very confused with it's like, that was your persona. Then when people forgot about you, you became the businessman.
I got nothing.
And now we're back to this. I don't really have much of an opinion on the match because it was average.
It was short, for one thing.
Not to mention.
Yeah, it was like, 10 minutes, and it was over with. So, still a good match. I enjoyed it. Ready to go on?
Moving on.
Next match was AJ Lee versus Paige. I told him about why Paige was skipping and acting like AJ. It was to screw with her, and he was like, but...
She's not there. It doesn't... Screwing with people, you have to actually... Oh, I don't know. The person has to be there, or you have to send it to them, or they have to be witness to it.
Right.
So there's a lot of, like... I don't mind games.
Yeah.
When it comes to the storylines of these characters. What I mind is for it to make sense. What's the point of knocking her out to then prance around her the way she prances?
Mind games.
She has to be conscious.
I
And
got
unless
your
you're
point.
gonna send her the video of your victory to screw with her, then
I can't imagine AJ Lee in the hospital bed getting a package. Hey, this is for you from Paige. He was in head and started messing with her in the ring, giving her a kiss after she beat her. Yes, Paige did beat AJ Lee in a really good match. Their match last month was kind of eh. This one was actually pretty solid. I like the ending where she countered AJ Lee's The Black Widow into the DDT. That DDT was sick.
I didn't expect it, and I will say this is like the top 5 Diva matches I've seen.
Yeah, next to Natalya and Charlotte.
Right.
Which was still the best female match I've seen this year. But this one was much better than their Battleground match. Paige wins. She is now the new champion. Hopefully, we get one more, and it's that submission match I told you about last month. It would be pretty freaking awesome. Now you're champions. I want it, WWE. Let's do it. Come on. Obviously, their feud is not done yet. Because after the match, AJ was like, bitch, I'm going to get you. This isn't over yet. This isn't over yet.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm going to get you. Alright. Next one is perhaps... How do I put this? It's not like a bad match. But to me, it was the worst match on this card. And it's because of the stipulation. It's Jack Swagger versus Rusev in a flag match. Now, hold on. By flag match, we would usually think like, okay, one flag over here, one flag over there. One of us has to get the opponent's flag, and the one that does it wins. Or, what he suggested, we have flags like somewhere on our bodies, and we have to get all the flags off their bodies. Cool. We have to hang our flag, something like that. Something like that, but what we got was...
A regular
match. And the winner gets to wave his flag and have their national anthem
play in the background. Woo! How is that any different than anything else?
It felt like, personally, WWE wanted to change things up to throw us off. Hey, we're above this. We know how you guys think. We're trying to trick you.
So, in other words, they're trying to change things up by selling the exact same product with a different tagline.
I mean, that's the thing, though. I don't mind them changing things up, but be creative with it. Don't be... If what we thought we was gonna get was actually better than what we got, you should have just went with what we thought we were gonna get.
Oh, okay. I got an actual question. I mean, this might be off topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of the different matches and the different types of matches, do you think the WWE is stagnating with the type of matches they have? Because it's not exactly becoming innovative, and I'm seeing the exact same type of matches, and they're not really doing much with them.
You're right, actually. I probably will agree with you because since they have so many rules that they have to follow, they can't really, make those dangerous matches that make wrestling awesome. They have to make it safe and PG. When honestly, they're kind of getting away from that PG title anyways. But it's still PG. It's just, pushing the edge PG.
Well, I mean, I don't mind it being PG. I'm just saying that I just don't understand why you're having these rules if because of the plot you break them anyway.
Yeah.
Or if you have this type of match, they almost become a paint by numbers of, oh, well, if it's a like a gauntlet type thing where you got to do 3 different types of things where it's like a cage and a table then an ambulance.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, well, obviously one's going to win one, the other one's going to win the other one, and then we get the final. Because no one's going to bring up this whole thing and then, oh, he wins 2 out of the 3, we're done.
Well, obviously, I agree with you right there. And to tie into that, I guess the people who are building these matches aren't very keen on, like, what makes a good match good. Because, obviously, with the way they booked this match, it was kind of, And like we're saying, it's not a bad match. It's just...
It's the same thing. It's no different than a regular one-on-one match. The only stipulation is, at the end, we get to wave our colors at the end. And that's not good enough for me.
No.
You could have done the exact same. You could have done, hell, you could have even done the lumberjack match, but whoever wins,
we'll get to that in a second,
gets to put the flag up.
Or something like that. But Rusev sold his injury a lot more, which was new, but he still won the match. And let me ask you this. As a result of this match, do you care more or less about Jack Swagger?
Honestly, I don't care at all, honestly.
I don't either.
Okay.
Which lets me know that this feud was only meant to help Rusev, and Jack Swagger was a plot device. Meaning that he might go back to being that hated American character before. The racist, homophobic,
and all that
stereotype American.
Xenophobic.
Xenophobic. All the phobics. So, weakest match of the card for me. Not a bad match, but nothing really special. The next match, however, shocked me. Because think about this. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. You're thinking, oh my god, hardcore, steel cage, hell in a cell, some awesome stipulation. Lumberjack match. What?
Because, I mean, seriously, we were just talking about how they weren't being innovative with things, and I'm like, oh, let me guess what's going to happen here. And then halfway through, they're like, oh, they surprised me, because now they're going in the stands. Now they're going into
right, and that's the thing, because we thought we was going to get some type of typical lumberjack, oh, he throws him out of the ring, or he throws him out of the ring. My God, these two took it to a whole new level. Yeah, they got thrown out of the ring, and then they went outside and started attacking the Lumberjacks. Then they went into the crowd. The Lumberjacks had to follow them. Corporate Kane came out. They did some awesome spots, I think. What was my favorite? There was a spot where they carried Seth Rollins toward the ring, and then Dean Ambrose jumped out of the ring on top of him.
On everybody.
On everybody.
They were trying to get him back in the ring, and then he just jumped on everybody else.
Yeah, it really felt like the Lumberjacks tried to contain them, but honestly, they were just part of the chaos. It became a chaotic match.
Part of the problem.
Yeah, they became the match itself, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but these guys managed to take a stipulation that really isn't all that exciting and make it exciting. Which lets me know, okay, from now on, anytime Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose have a match, I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna doubt it. I'm just gonna shut up and watch it. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have to prove it to me.
Because it was a great match. I really liked it. Now, Seth Rollins did end up winning out of all the chaos because Corporate Kane helped him out, and he used the briefcase to knock out Dean Ambrose.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though. Obviously, they're going to get one more match. They have to, as a result of this. And I hope their next match actually is either a hardcore match or a steel cage.
Okay, but this goes back to something I've been bringing up since I first got on this show.
And I agree, yeah.
I want there to be some kind of rule. If I beat you 3 times in a row, leave me alone. I shouldn't have to fight you ever again for any reason. Not no Money in the Bank. Not no Nothing. Not no contract thing. Not no the suits getting involved. No. If I beat you 3 times, I shouldn't have to see your face.
I mean, granted, I do believe it is kind of ridiculous that we're still prolonging this. I think SummerSlam should have been... I mean, what we got was a great match, but it could have been better. Think about that. You know, we're saving the big matches until later on in the year, I suppose. Which, why would you want to save that for later on and not at your second biggest pay-per-view of the year? That's a nitpick for me right there. So, I don't know. I mean, any more thoughts on this match besides the person who won, how it turned out?
That's all I got.
I mean, how you feel about the characters? How you feel about Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins overall?
I made this comment last time.
Okay.
I get why they're fighting.
Okay.
Makes sense. Betrayal, I'm gonna get you back. Sure. But there was 3 people in the Shield. and he betrayed the both of y'all. So why is only one pissed and the other one's like, well, I was gonna leave anyway, so
moving on.
And there's not even like a promo to make that clear. I have to assume that that's what it is. I mean, why isn't he pissed? I mean
Roman Reigns.
Why isn't he pissed about this?
Why isn't he just as pissed as Dean Ambrose? I get that.
Why isn't he as pissed, and why doesn't he show any
animosity
to... Hell, why doesn't he show any oh, well, you see, I was gonna leave, but since he betrayed us anyway, I figured, hey, why not?
And see, that again is something I will get to when we talk about Roman Reigns and Randy Orton.
Okay.
But I agree with you on that.
All right.
Ready to go on?
Moving on.
Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. Thank you. A good match. And Bray Wyatt beat him cleanly. Because last month, their match was, the worst match on the show, in my personal opinion. And Chris Jericho won that one. Bray Wyatt beat him here, and it was definitely much better than last month's. I liked when Bray Wyatt, did that whole little exorcist sit-up thing, and Chris Jericho was like, whoa, okay, whoa, that's kind of scary. Why are you doing that? No. And what did he yell to him? He was on his knees. He was like, I will live forever. I am invincible.
I am invincible. You cannot kill me because I'm already dead.
Yeah, that was awesome. And it was really good stuff. And Jim Ross made this comment, the commentator I told you about, on Twitter. He said, what makes this match really good is that there is no bad guy. It's just straight psychology. And I agree. And that's kind of what it should be. But I still believe, for me personally, if this feud is going to continue, we need more. We need a reason. Because even now, do they really have a reason to be fighting?
No! Honestly, I'm sorry. I know that it's because, hey, maybe it's because I watch it casually. But there's so many moments where I'm looking at this like, did I miss something? Why are they in an argument? Last time I checked, you were screwing with the mind of a guy that was supposed to be the top of the world. Now you're jacking with Jericho, and the only reason I can think is because no one's heard from him in a while.
I got nothing. You know something, dude? I've asked that same question, and I've been watching every single show. So that's even worse.
Okay.
Anyways, Bray Wyatt won. I want something, okay? Give me some more stuff. I'm glad he won, too, because he needed this win. You go around preaching that I'm the eater of worlds. Go ahead.
Actually, that's another thing.
Yeah.
They even explained, at least, that his brothers weren't there because of a disqualification in the last thing. I think that's great and all, but it would have been nice if the brothers were there, but they're not allowed to enter the ring, at least. Because when he's just by himself, it's like, something's missing.
Right, but good match.
And let's not forget the lanterns in that entrance.
The best entrance in wrestling today.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love it. I was involved in it in Houston.
When did it start?
Or when, WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when did that start when everybody actually got involved with their cell phones and lanterns and decided, it's like, hey, when he comes, get them lanterns out?
It was around WrestleMania. I'm positive it was. If not, Extreme Rules. But during his feud with John Cena. That for sure. Alright, then we get to Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella in a Divas Grudge match. Someone tell me why Stephanie dressed up as Batgirl today. Does she like being Batgirl? Is that what it is? Some fans said she looked like China. You remember China?
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Stephanie's outfit was interesting, that's for sure. Her and Brie had a decent match. As a matter of fact, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Stephanie actually performed really well for a non-wrestler. Really good for a non-wrestler. But like you said, her husband is Triple H, so... And you are an owner of a wrestling company.
Well, I mean,
so...
look, I mean, I don't... okay, I know my expectation of her doesn't, I mean, yeah, just because she's Triple H's wife does not mean she's a wrestler. Just because she's the daughter of a former wrestler and a former commentator and the former, whatever, that doesn't necessarily mean that she, is going to be a good wrestler either. However, you've all seen this woman. It's not like she's skinny. It ain't like she's a twig. You see that she has muscles. You see that she has... It's obvious she works out, and she wears all these suits so that it covers up the muscle. So when I'm thinking, oh no, she's like, no, I can't. Oh, I can't do that. That's so unlike me. I'm thinking, you're kidding, right?
And she was. She was just messing with Brie. Obviously, yeah.
So me, I'm like, and this isn't exactly her first debut, is it?
Oh no, she's wrestled. She's been women's champion. Diva champion before.
Then why am I shocked?
Well, it's been 10 years. Think about that, though. Even if she was a good wrestler, which she wasn't, she hasn't wrestled for 10 years anyway, so...
Okay. I would agree with you if that meant anything to any plot point of any wrestler of any show since its inception.
Right.
Because that means squat. All that means is that's a good enough backstory for her to win,
and she did.
So,
now, how did she win? Let's talk about that. So we had Triple H come out while Brie was about to beat her. She put her in Daniel Bryan's yes lock. By the way, the crowd gave her a Daniel Bryan reaction. But anyways,
yes, I'm like, shame on y'all.
Triple H came out, and just as Stephanie was about to tap out, he pulls the referee out. And, beats him up. Brie drop kicks him and then does the yes over his body. Nikki was out there too. Nikki comes in with Brie. They both surround Stephanie. Stephanie's like, no, don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I know it was me. And then just as Stephanie stands up, Nikki says, wow! Forearm right to Brie's face. And I was like, yeah! Knock her ass out. And then Stephanie hits the pedigree and she wins. And I'm not going to lie, that was awesome. That forearm shot to Brie's face was perfection. She just, boom, and then she fell right down. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to lead to anything great, because a feud between Nikki and Brie kind of has me.
Any feud between the man or the suits or the company just doesn't fit for me. Because it's just so, it just takes me out of the whole experience. Because I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You guys are supposed to pretend to be the actual company.
Yeah.
Controlling things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
To push things into another level. But it's like, I already know y'all ain't the real company. But when you guys pretend to be the company and you're breaking the rules, all I can think of, and I might be overthinking this, my apologies, but all I keep thinking is like, but if y'all are the company, y'all make the rules. And y'all constantly break them all the time in order to get what you want. And all that's televised. And it's all documented, obviously.
Yep.
So, what's the point of having it be secret if y'all are doing it out and proud? Or better yet, what's the point of anyone fighting at all if you guys are gonna just screw them over anyway?
That's a lot to think about, actually. I got nothing. But I will say this. Stephanie was awesome here. Brie, good luck with your feud with your sister. Because I don't know. It's one thing to have a great feud with Stephanie, because she's obviously a great heel character. Now, Brie's going into this territory where she has to have a feud with her sister.
Well, all I can say is, I commend Brie.
Brie's been doing a really good job overall.
I mean, she's been doing, past this match, past everything, she's been doing a great job just simply because, I mean, her husband,
Daniel Bryan. Yeah.
The fact that she's actually, and this is not a knock on him whatsoever, but she's actually picking up the slack for his injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, she's sort of carrying on his storyline.
Yeah, she is.
In his place.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, man, this woman, like, regardless of her victories or losses in the future, she's doing, like, far above and beyond
her line of duty. And she's doing pretty well with it, too. But like I said, I'm kind of worried about her feud with Nikki. So, I mean, do you care enough to talk about it?
I didn't even know she had a sister. And me, I'm still tripping over the fact that, is this her real sister? Or is this her
It's her real
sister?
sister. It's her real sister. They're actually sisters in real life. So, all right, but let's get.
What? Did they go to IHOP after that?
Yeah. And she's probably like, I'm sorry I knocked your face off. I'm sorry about that. She's like, give me that ice cream. Anyways. Alright, next up is this match. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. Okay, so my thoughts on Roman Reigns. Here's my thing. And you guys have heard me before. You know how much I like Roman Reigns. And you know how much I don't like the push he's getting right now. Because I feel like ultimately he's getting there way too soon before fans are fully embracing him.
You mean Roman Reigns or
yeah, Reigns. Reigns.
Okay.
Because
you mean Superman punch guy?
the super yeah
okay.
Him. Obviously, I've been proven sort of right because he got booed tonight. That doesn't happen a lot for Reigns. This is the first time I kind of felt like he was outshined by Randy Orton, even though he won the match. Clearly, Randy Orton was the better performer. Would you agree? I mean, think about the awesomeness of this match. The counter to his spear.
Oh, no, I mean, the moves that were used were awesome.
Yeah.
The countering was phenomenal.
And even the RKO. That was sick. That was awesome.
I admit that it was quite... It was a fantastic looking match. But again, you know, for me, casually watching it, there was a lot of the backstory that I'm like, well, why are they fighting?
Well, I told you the backstory about it.
I mean, you had to tell me, but you shouldn't have to tell me.
Yeah.
That should be explained.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, maybe I should be watching it every day or something, but me...
But you're a casual viewer. You shouldn't have to be.
As a casual viewer, I shouldn't have to do research in order to figure out why these guys are fighting.
I have to ask you, dude. I mean, how you feel about Roman Reigns right now, man?
Okay. I feel he has a lot of good potential. I feel that his persona could go into a lot of places and can be flexible and be used in a lot of ways.
Right.
However, I feel that as much as they hyped him up before the Shield breakup and even after, they are squandering him.
Yeah.
And if you want to know why I feel that way, it's because of the fact that they hyped him up to be like the breakout star of the Shield. The new leader, even.
Is he really, though?
And
yeah,
all I'm seeing is the fact that you guys just did a good job hyping him up, but you didn't show me after, or, you know, you didn't show me after why.
So pretty much big talk, but you're not living up to it.
All I'm saying is it just seems like it's, okay, it's, I'm not going to say it's the reverse, but it's like that whole thing where they shoved him in our faces constantly to show,
exactly.
Hey, look at him, it's Roman Reigns. Look how great he is. Look how awesome he is. Did you see that? Oh, he did the Superman punch. Isn't he going to be your child's new hero? And
yeah, it doesn't feel like he's earning it. It's more like WWE is pushing him in that spot and telling you he's there.
I mean, I'm not doubting that, like, the wins that he wants are legit. I'm not saying that it isn't. And I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to win other matches. But what I'm saying is that he has not proved to me anything different than he did when he was in S.H.I.E.L.D.
He's not doing enough for me as a singles competitor to make me believe that this guy could be the face of the WWE.
Because it just reminds me of those, you know, like, remember boy bands, y'all?
Right.
Remember how, like, when they broke up and went on their own and each one tried to do their own thing and we saw like, okay, who's going to be the success story out of this?
NSYNC for one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at this the same way and I'm like, how's Roman Reigns going to get this going? How's he going to make, like, when's his first single?
Right. And here's the thing. Dean Ambrose was the star of the Shield. Everyone said that Dean Ambrose was going to be the most popular guy. Guess what?
It didn't happen.
Actually, it did happen.
It did.
He's the most popular guy. Now, in WWE's eyes, it's Roman Reigns. But to the fans, I guarantee you put Ambrose out there with Rollins and Reigns, Ambrose will get the biggest pop.
Okay, I got a question for you then.
Yep.
This has been bothering me since I found out about this.
Sure.
Okay, since the Shield has began, it seems that Dean Ambrose was the leader.
Yeah.
And then Roman Reigns was second in command, and then Seth Rollins was just
there.
The third guy.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why when there was that betrayal, I was like, oh, Seth Rollins doing it makes sense. Now, during the Shield, before the fights and before all that, who did you think was the most popular one?
Ambrose.
Really?
Guarantee you.
Okay.
Hey, tell you what, down in the comment section, you can read it. Put in your opinion who was the most popular guy in the Shield when they first came on the scene. And I guarantee you, most of them will say Ambrose.
Okay.
But continue.
Because I always wondered about that. Because it always seemed like, to me, it seemed like Seth Rollins was becoming the more popular one when they were trying to do that, ooh, the Shield's going to break up thing. And then, when the breakup happened, the only reason I could even say that Dean Ambrose is more popular is because, oh, and this might shock y'all, he actually has a reason to be fighting other people.
Yeah. But, let's see what happens to Reigns in the future. I would hate for him to be the next Cena, in a sense that half the audience loves him, and then half the audience hates him.
Oh, I'm sorry. It seems like, because I was going to say that, but it seems like he's already got that.
He's already getting it, and that's a problem.
He's already getting it.
He's already getting it. He just got here. Oh, and that's why I want him to lose to Orton, because then he can have that roadblock, and then maybe you can do something different with him. But he's still wearing the freaking Shield outfit with the Shield music, having the same old Shield entrance, while Ambrose and Rollins are completely void of that, doing their own thing, and he's getting the Cena treatment. It's sad. He's become another one of WWE's boys. Those guys that they put in that position to say, he's awesome, he's great, and then try to explain why without the crowd really being behind him.
No, it just seems like a shoot first, ask questions later. He's the greatest. Why? Don't ask questions.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but Roman Reigns won that match. A good match! Guys, please, don't misunderstand us. It was a really good match. Orton outperformed him, and that RKO spot was great. And Reigns did look good too, but the problem is, I think the booking of him is hurting him, and I wish they would slow him down just a little bit. But I think it's kind of late for that now, don't you think?
I'm afraid he's going to burn out.
I didn't want to say that, but you could be right.
I'm just saying because it's like, let me ask you this.
Okay.
What about him makes him special that has nothing to do with the Shield?
He looks strong. He looks intimidating. That's all I got.
Anyway.
Moving on to the main event. Oh, I'm sorry. The Massacre. The Cena Massacre, which is what this show will be known for. The night Cena got absolutely obliterated by Brock Lesnar. And man, did he get destroyed for 15, 20 minutes straight. 16 German suplexes. In total. A freaking knee to the gut. MMA punches. Knocking him for a limb. And then he took a freaking AA and then lapped it off. And Cena was just like, fuck.
Okay, I just have to say I will admit that this match I liked simply because it actually looked like, you know,
a real fight.
Like a real fight. Not, and I mean, granted, I mean, it is sad that Cena got ragdolled. in this.
He got obliterated
in this thing, but I did like the fact that it just started off with throwing hands, getting some guts.
Oh, right, did he F5 him in like the first 5 seconds?
Yeah.
And I was about to laugh my ass off. I'm thinking...
You thought it was over.
I thought it was over. I was like, if he beat Cena in 5 seconds, that was going to be hilarious. But, of course, it's not going to happen to Cena. But that was kind of cool, though. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't think it was cool. I would have been pissed off. It's the main event, and it only lasts for 5 minutes? 5 seconds, even? No.
Cena, for the first time in a while, I felt looked human. Which I thought actually helped this match.
Well, compared to Brock Lesnar, everybody looks human.
Yeah, Taker looked human. He ended the streak. But for real, I think seeing Cena actually struggle and actually meet defeat
badly.
He stared defeat in the face. I swear to God. The moment you see Brock Lesnar laugh off the AA and then stand up jumping around like, come on, I want some more. I want some more. Cena's just like,
that was my best show.
I'm done. You can just see the moment where Cena goes, this is over. Why even continue? This is done. That was my only moment. He had his Superman moment, but it lasted for like 5 seconds. Then it was just like, okay, this is it. Lesnar hit with the F5, and he walks out with both championships. And now we get to see where this leads.
I think Brock Lesnar's awesome, I might add.
He's amazing.
Let's make that clear. I think he's one of the greatest. Like, he just seems like a good person and a nice character.
Yeah.
You know, he just seems like a good guy, and then it just like the persona he has being this like
beast.
Yeah. I mean, that works too. It's just.
And then Paul Heyman being a speaker actually helps him too.
Yeah, I mean that's great too. It's just okay. Unless he's gonna show up for the next not pay-per-views anymore. Right. Unless he's gonna show up for the next
special events.
Yeah. Every month. I don't see how this matters. I don't see how this is great. Because all I'm seeing is, we're not gonna see him for 6 months.
Well, here's my thing. I don't mind the whole UFC having a match every 2 months kind of thing, which is fine. But let that be it, though. Don't go away for 4, 5, 6 months and then show up for like 3 shows. If you're going to be around as champion, at least have a match every other month. Because I do believe it makes the championship feel special if it's not defended every single pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. You know? And we're just shoving opponents at him.
Well, I don't mind the shoving opponents, but what I mind is that I'm afraid that he's going to win this and then we're not going to see anything.
Right. For
like a while. And he has 2 belts. So that's 2 of them out of the 7 that the guys can compete for 5 of them. Right?
Look, let's see. World Heavyweight Championship, IC, US, Tag Team. 4. So we have 3 championships left.
Is it possible to do a tag team without a tag team partner?
No.
Damn it. I mean, darn. That sucks.
We're gonna PG it up, folks. No, we're good. Any more thoughts about this match though? Because I'm sorry, I enjoyed this. I love this. I love seeing Cena just get massacred and just get pummeled down and humanized. How do you feel about that, WWE? Huh? Is he the greatest of all time now? So, overall grading with action, storytelling, chemistry, presentation, and personal enjoyment. So yeah, a really good show. And give us your thoughts down below about the show. I mean, favorite match of the show. I would recommend
I really want some answers on that.
Tell him who was the leader of the Shield or who you thought was the breakout star when the Shield first appeared. But for real though, thoughts on the show, favorite match, how you felt about it, and anything else you want to talk to him about?
Okay, I got a game.
Oh, okay.
For your fans.
What's that?
If you guys think that the different type of matches or rules that they have stagnated, what kind of wrestling rules or games would you guys come up with?
So you're asking the fans to create their own match type?
Yes.
Let's hear it, guys. I want to hear your own match type, and I guess you're going to talk about it in a future video?
Yes.
Let's do it. So with that said, are we ready to close out?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy, Alyx, man, and the Casual Viewer signing off. We will see you guys at Night of Champions next month. Cool?
Peace.
Peace out.